Hello everybody! So I'm going to be starting a new series. It's going to be called the Gotta Go Fast Reviews, and it's pretty much exactly how it sounds. It's going to be a review of the game. Obviously, if you clicked on this, you know this one's going to be 36 Fragments of Midnight. However, there's going to be super quick reviews of the game. They're not going to be very drawn out. I'm not going to make you sit here for a long time to give you the score. I'm just going to go through it, boom, 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 get all done with you, make your decision so you can either decide to purchase this or not, whether or not you are a trophy hunter. This might make it easier for you as well, because I'm going to go into a little bit of detail in terms of a trophy hunter perspective on this one. But also, if you're not a trophy hunter, that's going to be perfectly fine. I'm going to go through the technical and how the game feels to the player. So first off, I want to go through the scoring system real quick. So there's going to be first, it's going to be in terms of enjoyment, and then second, it's going to be technical enjoyment, and then lastly, trophy enjoyment. Now, I'm going to multiply those three, because they're going to be out of 10, by 3. So that'll give you a score of 90. And then the last 10 points are going to be the achievements of the game, and whether or not, it kind of brings into that masterclass type situation. Obviously, I don't think this one's going to hit that one in terms of masterclass, and you'll see why in a second here. So first, in terms of enjoyment, this game is often looked at as just an easy plat. While that is true, I would argue this one actually is quite fun. It reminds me of the old Geometry Dash days in middle school when I used to play that game. If you don't know, it's kind of like you're a cube and you go through some obstacles and you hop over things, and it's simply beautiful, and there's no really other way to put it. And I did really enjoy the hour I put into it, and now I'll come back to that in just a second there. So I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10 when it comes to enjoyment. I wish I kind of played it more, and again, I'll get to that. But second is technical enjoyment. Now, technically, this game actually had really no bugs. It was pretty straightforward and did not strain my eyes. There was no trophy glitches, which we all love. Obviously, there's no multiplayer with this one, so there was no buggy online. The only bothersome thing, I believe, was the edge barriers. And I mean, on the very corners, it did not seem to line up with the actual barriers themselves. So sometimes you would kind of hit like an invisible barrier that's not really supposed to be there. But otherwise, it was great. Really enjoyed it. I didn't have any bugs or glitches, nothing that made me swear at the screen for hours on end. So I am going to give this, out of a technical enjoyment, a 9 out of 10. Now lastly, and what most of you probably are here for, is the trophy enjoyment. Now, first of all, like I said before, I had no issues getting any of the trophies. They all popped with no bugs. However, part of my trophy point system in my mind is how achievable this game felt. The truth is, not at all. It took less than an hour, and I kind of wish there was more. Which is very unfortunate that a game you can tell it was kind of made for trophies in mind. I think there's several different stacks of this game, and it's very frustrating because I actually thought this was a pretty good game, and I really actually kind of enjoyed it and would have liked to put more than an hour into it. It felt way too easy, and I honestly wouldn't mind if the trophy list was removed from my list, because it just doesn't feel like an achievement at all. Anyone can do this. Yes, getting all of the pieces and coming back to the one spot is a little bit of a challenge, but almost anyone can do this in 45 minutes, easily 2 hours, no problem. And 2 hours is stretching. I really think an hour is, you're probably fine with an hour. So in terms of that, it really lowers the score here. So I'm gonna honestly put it out of a 3 out of 10. So that, obviously, you can multiply those previous 3 by 3 and you'll get a score. This one's gonna be probably more like in the 70s and whatnot. And then obviously the last 10 points are for in terms of uniqueness of the game, kind of all the miscellaneous things that I think about the game. For example, if this was God of War, I would obviously give this an extra 10 points. This game is pretty generic, there's not much to it, so it's only going to get 1 bonus point in this case. So once you guys get that all added up together, you'll see that it is a 58. Now that's gonna seem low, but you gotta remember, I'm not doing this like IGN. I'm not doing this like GameSpot or something like that. This is definitely with a strong weight on trophies. That is definitely a big deal. And then obviously those miscellaneous, those bonus points, they didn't hit at all. So just keep that in mind. A 58 really actually isn't that bad. I think when we start doing more of these, I think you're going to start seeing that a lot of these games, I don't know about 58, it's pretty low, but it's not really as bad as that might sound. But anyways, I appreciate you guys listening to this video, and if you would please like and subscribe, that would be fantastic. Obviously, if you didn't like it, just pretend this didn't happen, and have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you.